All right, cool. Let's get into the real meat and potatoes now. We're
Yeah,
talking
yeah, yeah.
about what's going on this weekend on Saturday. You've got the main event being Alexander Usyk
Mm-hmm.
versus Daniel Dynamite Dubois,
Triple D, Daniel
Triple
Dubois.
D, trained by Don Charles, the
Yep,
Don.
I like Don Charles, man.
Alexander Usyk, trained by unknown, probably by himself. Just
No,
trains himself.
I think Lomachenko's dad or something. Didn't, wasn't it like one of their dads trained them?
Is it?
Both of them. I don't know. I think they came from the same camp. It was one of their dads trained them both when they were kids, at least.
Alexander lining back up with Vasily Lomachenko's father. Yeah, Anatoly Lomachenko. Oh, interesting. I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, cool. So, quick talking points then. So, Adam
Mm,
Hamid, he's the co-main event of this on his debut.
mad. What a gangster,
Thoughts?
bro. Um, you know what? Inshallah, he wins. I just want to see him come out. I want to see how he boxes. I've seen him on pads and I've seen him messing around. I've seen him shadow boxing. I just want to see how he fights, bro. Like, I think you'll agree with me. I think majority of the people our sort of age. Naz was got what got us into boxing, bro. See what I'm saying? From like what the age of like 6 years old when we first started watching boxing. What were we watching? We were watching Lennox Lewis fights, Naseem Hamed fights, and we were watching Mike Tyson fights. And bro, he got us into
Frank
boxing,
Bruno.
and Frank Bruno as well. That's true. That's true. Frank Bruno fights. Um, but yeah, Nas got us into boxing, bro. And what a lovely sort of fella he is, bro. Very interesting, larger than life. Like, and I just want to. It just excites me to see his flipping offspring, bro, and just see what he's made of. It does excite me, man.
Inshallah, man. No, I think
Inshallah, yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of his interviews and he seems like he's got a good level head on his shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
He associates everything back to God. He gives a lot of praise to his parents. And
Mm-hmm.
the things that he says about his parents are very interesting as well. Like he says, like when they ask him, like, what do you think about like how is it like to have your dad being Prince Asim? And he's like, oh, he's a great role model, he's a great Muslim, and he's taught me,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like he's going there. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So it's like,
True.
okay,
It's sick.
fantastic. Like that's exactly what we would love to hear, but it's not scripted. Like you can tell it's not something that he's been told, like, bro, make sure you say that Alhamdulillah, bro. Look how they love
Yeah, yeah,
Khabib. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like you say it
yeah.
as
Mm-hmm.
well. You
Yeah.
can tell it's just natural. He's just saying what is like on his mind,
Just
is on his
emitting out of
chest.
him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
So
no,
no,
I
mashallah.
agree.
I mean, I was listening to I don't know who's fighting. I don't know this guy. I was listening to some punditry, and they were like, quite clearly that they're not going to put like someone massively tough on his debut. It'll be like a journeyman style, someone who can
Mm-hmm.
put some pressure on him, give him a few lessons in the ring. But
Yeah, yeah,
ultimately, he should come out of this with a win. But you never know,
yeah.
bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Um, but you're right, man. I've
Well, he was
seen
on
how he
debut, man.
punches. I've seen how he punches and stuff like on the bag and on the pads, and I like his style, man. Like he turns a lot, he moves a lot. Like
Mm-hmm.
he'll as he's punching, he'll twist and like he'll pivot, and like he does a
Yeah,
lot of these things. And like who knows, man? We'll see like a whole bag of tricks. I think on Saturday.
yeah,
I
most
don't think
likely, man.
he'll
I
do
think we'll
the.
see a lot.
I don't think he'll do like the same type of like entrances or anything like that. He
Mm-hmm.
might do something big, but I think he'll whatever he does, he'll do like his own thing.
Yeah,
Um, and I think in the ring, we're not going to see him flipping over the ropes. I don't think that we would see that because I don't know. Like he keeps talking about separating himself from his dad and his dad's
yeah,
legacy, and he
yeah.
wants to build his own legacy. And so I
Mm-hmm.
think like it's just going to be very interesting. I think that his first fight will be very telling in terms of where kind of his direction is going and where he's going to take his career. But no, I think inshallah, like he'll come out like he's been training hard enough. You know what I mean? Like he's been
Yeah,
training
yeah.
solidly, and as he's been saying, the apple don't fall far from the tree in it. And if it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't, then boy, like people are in for a
Brother,
treat.
oh my days. Imagine the next 10 years of boxing with him on the scene if he's anything
Mm.
like his pops. And imagine if he's got anything near the power that his dad had.
Mm.
It's going to be unbelievable, bro.
So very
Unbelievable,
exciting,
man.
man. It's very exciting, and
Yeah.
and and the other thing about this as well, I think is important is what Prince Naseem does as well, like, and how he like deals with all of this, because
Hmm.
like I remember, to be honest, like one of the things that put me off of Chris Eubank Jr. watching his fights for a long time was the fact that it was just like his dad was doing all the talking for him, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I don't know, it was just a bit weird, you know, like that's a bit too much. Like you need to let the guy talk himself, and you know, like let him be his
yeah.
own man. But he didn't
It
even.
made him that. Sorry, go.
Yeah, and then yeah, with like obviously Conor Ben, there's so much like controversy around him at the moment, like all this
Hmm.
stuff, like who knows. So I think Nigel Ben has obviously kept himself separate as well from Conor Ben's career a lot as well. But yeah, man, let's see, inshallah. I think it'll be interesting to see how this continues, this grows. But yeah, man, really good to see Prince Asim back in the scene. Obviously for Adam, bro, like anyone who shows up, bro, and you want to be a fighter, bro, like, bro, good luck to you, man. Like,
Exactly.
you know, so inshallah, man, all the best to Adam on his fighting and on his career. Next, we've got before we get to the main card. So even though that was the main event,